Alright, this is a royal pain in the ass. So, stream dropped out a little bit there because, well, my phone decided it wanted to die. So, that's the source of my internet. Right, so what I'm trying to do is I'll just load this take back up. I don't know why it's been a massive pain in the arse at the moment, but there you go. So every time it switches, it rotates the body 45 degrees, which is really getting on my nerves. So I'm trying to fix it. Unfortunately for me, I'm not sure how to fix it. So I need to figure it out. Okay. Here we go. Just got a reference here. Alright, try this instead. For anyone joining, I am having trouble with this guy. So, I've got coffee, right? And what I'm trying to do is essentially export this guy. Delete this track because I don't need it. So that I can use it as a baseline to bring in 2 other scenes. And something's going horribly, horribly wrong. Alright, I'll try this again. So, let's bake to the skeleton now. So I'm going to try that. I don't want that, I only want that. Selected on. Right. refresh. Fuck's sake. Right, gonna try something else as well. Okay. Beautiful. Drinking coffee. Take 2. Yep. Could probably be a little bit closer to the face though, so I'll just modify that slightly. Okay, so gonna save this guy for now. Gonna make a new take. This is gonna be take number 3 of the drinking. So coffee, drink, 3. Okay. And slow the story. This is gonna bring the story back again. And I'm gonna keep that there. Expand this. Don't know what he's doing there. I might not use that take actually. I don't really like it very much. And then very quick sip. Why do we need all these versions, you ask? Well, coffee's important in the world of Star Citizen. What drives the development, what fuels every gamer, apart from anyone on energy drink, and well, it's coffee. Who doesn't like coffee? The auto clip isn't actually that long, so I don't know what's going on here. There we go. Really? Hi son, I love coffee too. Coffee's phenomenal. I'm not drinking coffee at the moment, but these coffee animations will be golden. Just load up Lumberyard. And looking to get these in engine, because there's only a few. I'm going to do this one, and then I'm going to just get them all in engine and see how they look. So, let's see what we got. Okay, so this is the kind of the track, and then every animation returns to the idle pose, the start of the idle loop every time, so it can be looped and streamed in and out easily. So I'm gonna bring all these in, and I'm gonna bake it to the skeleton so I can edit it without affecting the original data. Okay. And then I'm gonna reduce all the keys to 173. All properties, key reduction. Fair. I do most of my stuff in Maya that you'd probably do in 3ds Max, and well, this is the MoCap stuff, so it's all done in Motion Builder here. But you know, it does the job. Okay. Just gotta be mindful as well of where that is. It's not quite centered, so I want to get it, just make sure it's centered properly. Because to not do that would be bad. It just means it's sliding around a lot. And I don't like it when it's sliding around a lot. Okay, so this is Lumberyard. I'm just gonna make this window smaller because I don't actually need to use much of it. And I'll put it to one side for now. And here we are. I don't have a I don't have access to 3.0. Alright, I'm not in Evercotty, I'm not even on PTU, and I'm certainly not a dev. So what I'm doing here is fan-made content. I do have access to a CryEngine build. It's essentially CryEngine, or now Lumberyard, with Star Citizen assets loaded into it. You guys might have seen the series Bulkheads. I do a bit of work on that. We have the same build. I'm just letting it load here. And while it loads, I'll just get back to this. But we do a lot of stuff, a lot of cinematics in CryEngine, so it's a bit removed from your normal machinima. By the way, let me know if the audio is okay, because I've got my music turned down on my headset, so I'm not 100% sure what it sounds like. But yeah, we do a lot of cinematics using just the CryEngine, but we don't actually have access to any dev stuff, if you like, because we're not employees. Okay, I'm not gonna use that window. I don't like using that window, it's a bit too small. Keep that up, I don't need it. Okay, so on the base animate, this is what I'm looking at here. This is a screen here, so I'll bring that back here. But yeah, I'll use the one I don't like using, so you guys can see what I'm doing. Right, is that loaded up yet? More or less, it's just Lumberyard being Lumberyard. Loading. No, not. Oh god, there's a lot of people joining now. I'm intimidated. Oh, Fiendish better not tweet and stuff. Perfect, thanks Matthew. Okay. Yes, for anyone joining, I'm making some coffee animations in Motion Builder. This is motion capture that I did using 2 Kinect sensors. So this is what the MoCap data looks like. So I'll just get rid of this guy. So as you can see, I've got 2 sensors. I've got one here and one here, and this is like my my garage. And in there, I do a little recording and track the data, and I can get MoCap out of it. And then what I do, I process that MoCap, and I bring it into CryEngine. And in there I can modify well, I can put it in a level and render it and have it look cool. No, that's not loaded for some reason, which is a bit annoying. Try doing that again. I don't know why it's doing that. So I'll leave it on the side so I can see it in the corner of my eye. Yeah, most people want. This isn't for a game, this is for a cinematic. But the idea is the same. It's for a game engine. So what I'm doing, I'm generating different, well, a few takes of the same action, so they're a little bit different. We've got a bit of variety. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, you can see here that this is one of the stages of motion capture cleanup, is modifying the poses so it actually looks fairly realistic. Now, obviously my guy's not got a head, but I can estimate where it is pretty well. So, for example, when he puts up here, it's a little bit unrealistic, so I'm just going to modify that a little. So say about here, when he lifts his arm up, I'm going to set a keyframe. And then here, I'm going to set another keyframe and move the hand a little bit. Maybe just move it left slightly. And then, see here, it moves it away a little bit, so I'll bring that back slightly. There we go. Just bear me 2 seconds. I'm just gonna change the music slightly so that sorry, so that it just streams a little bit better. There we go. So we've got here, I'm moving it away, and then I'm gonna just reset the arm here so that the pose returns to what it was originally. Cool. Okay, I'm going to modify the elbow now because that sticks out a little bit more than I want it to. If I can. Options here. The reason it's missing is because it kind of fell off, to put it simply. So in the so the way this is all set up is I do have a character that I can use for exporting data, and this is how he looks. And it's just the way I've attached it. I attached it using what's called a parent constraint, so I kind of just put it under another object, in this case the head, and so which you can see here, but I didn't really attach properly. And because I carried this data straight from the software, it's been removed because it hasn't really been attached. So that's the only reason it's missing. Normally it's not, but fortunately in this case it is, and I just haven't bothered putting it back on yet. Okay. So, I'm going to just set a keyframe there. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to paste it at the end. So that I've got the same pose at the start and the end. Should have the same pose at the start and the end. Obviously I don't. Oh, well, it doesn't matter, I'll come back for that in a minute. Window. And I'm going to load up a little tool that I can use to kind of plant the feet so they don't move around too much, because I can see they're sliding around. iPhone editor. Here it is. Stay on floor. It's a great little tool. I love it. Sign start 0, 173 for the end. Yeah, they happen. It's not a problem. I don't really need it. At least not right now. So this is the animation here, so we've got drink number 3. Okay, so what I'm gonna have to do is modify the arm. I think it's just the arm that's, yeah, it's just the arm that's offset. You can see it kind of jumps, which is good. So, what I'll do, I'll bring it back another way. Okay, I'm going to do it the easy way. So I'm going to select everything here. This is every control, every part of the character. Move these. Well, I'm going to delete them. Actually, I don't need them. Delete. copy that, paste that. So what I've got here is two what's called animation layers. So the bottom one is kind of the base animation where it's picking up and drinking. The top one is the kind of the tweaking layer. So if see up here, I turn it on and off, you can see that the fixes I've done aren't applied anymore. So that's kind of what that's for. Okay. What I'm gonna do now is select all these guys. Just copy the first frame, paste it onto the end. Normally that fixes all the issues. Yes, it didn't want to. Right, it is a problem with this layer then. What's going on? Why are you doing? Why you do this? This is bizarre. Meet the layer, what's it look like? Yes, if I meet the layer, it's fine. You see, it's looping perfectly fine. So something's gone wrong with this, I can tell. I know that much. Okay, there we go. Try this again. It is literally as simple as that. Copy paste. There we go, fixed it. Perfect. So you see here we've got a nice little coffee drinking animation now. Excellent. There we go. And Lumberyard's loaded, yay! Okay. Yeah, rigging's horrible. Well, in this case, it's only really simple. There's only a few things in it. Now, facial rigging. Now that's fun. It's not fun. It's not fun at all. But it's a hell of a reward once you're done with it. Okay, so now that's done, I'm gonna shut this down because I don't need it. What's inside? Yeah, don't need that. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna load up Maya and I'm gonna just export all these into CryEngine or Lumberyard, whatever it's called. Normally I would just export an FBX. But the import is not working, so I'm using this little workaround at the moment. So I'm kind of doing it like a legacy import. I'm just looking on our MoCap's Discord. I think it's just having a little bit of trouble with Lumberyard. He doesn't like it very much, but he also loves it, so it's a bit of a love-hate. Okay. This is going to be a problem, I think. Right. So what I'm going to really quickly do is add another layer. I'm just going to center this a little bit better. Because right now, it's saying that. Yeah. Just going to make sure it works a little bit better. I just moved that back too far. That's where we want to go. Better. Yeah, close enough. Now the feet shouldn't be moving in this. No. For some reason that is. See there, it's all a little bit sliding. But it's fixed now, so it's more or less. Okay. So what I'll do first is I'm gonna sort out my idle animation. Now my idle is here, it's an FBX file. And this is which one's the file? And that's the file we were just modifying. So I'm gonna bring this into Maya. Okay, this is it here. This is it's a bit messy because normally what I'm doing with these, I'm just porting in stuff from Motion Builder, or well, not Motion Builder, sorry, stuff from what's the word? Oh, already pre-recorded motion capture that I'm just kind of passing in through. Well, in this case, I'm actually making it, so it's pretty interesting. Okay, animation editors, human IK. What I'm going to do real quick, I should have done this to begin with, so I'm going to have to re-import everything now. Is I'm going to open up, oh no I'm not, I can just save a workshop. Good. I love Open Pipeline, it's phenomenal. Let's see what we got here. So as long as I hide this. So this is the idle animation. So what I'm going to do, 63 is the length of it. So there we go, that's the length of my scene. And this is how you get an animation into CryEngine. Go to Export, Anim Manager, New. And what I'm going to do real quick, I'm just going to show you guys what it looks like. This is the character editor within CryEngine. This is where I'm going to take it. For a bit of reference, I'm going to load up. I'll load up Kane from Bulkheads. Why not? Show you guys how this works. And it takes a little while to load sometimes. I'll leave that on. Okay. In any case, I'm going to sort this out. So I'll call it. I don't know. I'll just use the CIG naming convention. I can't remember the name of it. God damn it. Because I need to load this up so I can see it. It'd be nice if it was quick. Kimmy! I'm a little bit intimidated because half the time I don't actually know what I'm doing, and when people are watching I get a bit nervous, and when I get nervous I talk too much and it's really irritating. Anyway, right, I'm gonna look this up the other way. Oh, now you load it. So this is Kane from Bulkheads. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of look here. So I think what I'll do, I'm going to use this as NPC Civ neutral. NPC Civ neutral coffee. Because who doesn't love coffee? Use range from time slider. And then what we do, so this is kind of that's the name of the animation. Let's check. There's no caps in these. Yeah, so this is the name of the animation, and basically the prefix here is what's going to show up in the track view, which is the editor we use to actually make the cinematics. It's going to start at frame 1, end at frame 63, so that's the full animation. The root is the beginning of the skeleton, which is this. So the root is kind of like the base of the skeleton that drives it, and the path is where I'm going to save it, so I'm going to put this in lumberyard. So I'm going to put it under here. NPC coffee. Save. Click add, and that brings the animation into the exporter. And then all I need to do now is press export, because the skeleton's already baked. And then for an explorer, it is generated what's called an ICAF, which is an uncompressed so what I'm going to have to do, unfortunately I'm going to have to just bring this in, and I got to go because something came up, which is a bit annoying, but we'll be starting the stream again in about half an hour. But I'll bring this in now anyway to show you guys what I'm doing. So, here it is. And this is the CAF file here, and then all you do is just set a skeleton alias and click on import. And it'll generate what's called an anim settings file. And now we have a little bit of work needed. But we have Kane standing idle, holding coffee. Because that's what you need on the Imperium. Alright, so with that, guys, unfortunately I'm going to have to head off for about half an hour, because something just came up that I kind of need to go for, but I will be streaming again later on tonight. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you later.